What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Let's get right into it, guys. No intro. In this video, I really want to discuss and talk about the pressure, the expectation for the Tennessee Titans, and also Will Levis for this upcoming season. We'll talk about their free agency moves so far and also their potential draft plans. So let's get into it, guys. So I was looking at free agency grades, videos from other channels and certain websites and stuff like that. I'm looking like, man, the Titans had a pretty good free agency period, and it's not done yet. They still could add another safety, Justin Simmons, something like that. But as of right now, they added Chidobe Awuzie, Tony Pollard, Lloyd Cushenberry, Kenneth Murray, and Morgan Cox, along with Calvin Ridley. But I was really focusing in on Will Levis at quarterback, and like, man, this isn't your Titans from the last 5, 6 years with Mike Vrabel there now. New head coach and Brian Callahan, who has a more up-tempo, modern-day offensive style. You have his dad, Bill Callahan, came over. I forgot from what team, but he's an O-line maestro. The Titans, as we know, last year had a terrible offensive line. They brought in weapons for Will Levis, Tony Pollard, a nice pass-catching back to pair with Spears. Calvin Ridley signed to a monster deal to pair with DeAndre Hopkins. They also have one of my favorite young tight ends, Okonwu. Hasn't really panned out, and he showed flashes, but hasn't really panned out and flashed out, had a breakout year yet, but that might come this year. I'm looking like, man, the pressure is really on Will Levis. And you think about it, Will Levis, and I know the rumor they're saying Brian Callahan and the Bengals last draft, they were scouting Will Levis a lot, and they liked him and stuff like that, but he's still not Brian Callahan's quarterback. This is his first time being a coach. He was probably told, or probably even wanted to, I'm not to say, but he was either told or maybe even wanted to keep Will Levis just for this year, see what they have. Because Levis is talented. He has talent. Showed flashes last year. Has a big arm, stuff like that. So he was pretty impressive in my opinion. Certain games I saw, especially early on when he first got the starting job, he looked good. As the season went on, you saw little hiccups, little bad habits, stuff like that, accuracy issues. But having a better scheme, having better team around him could make things different. And I think that the expectations is on Levis to perform. And as we all know, when you get a new head coach and you're not the guy that he picked, you have to show out and really prove yourself. And it's going to be tough because he's only a year two guy, kind of thrust into the situation. But, the NFL moves fast. We've seen quarterbacks do the same thing and, be backups the next couple of years. So he really has to hone in, lock in this summer, this offseason, and really just learn a playbook on all that good stuff. And the Titans will get better, though. They're not, like I said, they're not done spending yet. They could use an upgrade at safety. They have the number 7 and the number 38 overall pick right now in this year's draft. 7 will you can probably put it in stone that 7 will be a lineman. Just depends on who. We're not quite sure yet, obviously, but Joe Alt, Fatanu, Fashanu, Fawaga, one of those 4 guys, maybe even someone else, another tackle, depending on how they have them great, J.C. Latham, something like that. One of those guys will probably go pick 7, and then you have pick 38, as I said, or 38 or 36 is one of those two, but there'll probably be a wide receiver or another position of need. But I think the Titans will look totally different this season. Obviously, with the head coaching and the staff and the offensive changes, and the defense too. The defense look solid so far. Brought in Kenneth Murray as an inside linebacker. Brought in Chidobe Awuzie, former, I believe, Bengal last couple of years. Started with the Cowboys a while back, but him pairing him with Trey Avery makes a lot of sense. Roger McCreary being the nickelback, so I like it a lot for what they have going on right now. Still Jeffrey Simmons, Harold Landry. We'll see what else they do in the draft. Some people telling me they like Isaiah Simmons for the Titans. I'm not mad at that, but I wonder, do you bring him in as well since you brought in Kenneth Murray? Both athletic inside linebackers, small inside linebackers. So we'll see what they do there. But overall, man, Will Levis, like I said, he's the main focus of this video, and I hope he does well. But then you have the addition of Mason Rudolph as well, 1 year deal, and we all know, especially at the end of the season, Mason Rudolph and his camp made it clear to the Steelers, we will not return unless we get a position to try to start. Clearly, that didn't happen. They brought in Russell Wilson a couple days ago before free agency, or right when free agency started. But bringing in Mason Rudolph is pretty interesting. I wonder what they do with Malik Willis now. Do they cut him? Do they still keep him as a third string? Just have him sit and develop? But Mason Rudolph does add pressure, in my opinion. He brings even added more pressure, even added just intensity to the quarterback room, because you know what he wants. He wants to start. He's not playing around. Been around for a long time now, and hasn't really had his chance to really start yet. So I think I don't think it'll be a competition between him and Will Levis. Because Levis, obviously, the one they spent a pick on the person that they value more. They put more assets and more time in with. So unless Rudolph's come in guns blazing and looking amazing, I don't see it being a competition. But if Will Levis struggles early, the rumor is Callahan wants to win now. It's not a rebuild. They're not rebuilding. They're just retooling, getting more ammo, changing things up, but they're not rebuilding. So as like I said, they're not trading off their guys and getting younger, getting draft assets. They're still getting veteran guys to help win right now. Like I said, Pollard, Spears in that run game, the pass catching game. I didn't give it a good grade in my opinion. I gave it a C plus move for Pollard, but I like the move. C plus isn't bad, but for me, I'm more traditional Thunder and Lightning running back. Give me one Thunder, give me one Lightning, power back, elusive back. To have two elusive backs like Spears and Pollard who give you the same thing, I didn't love it as far as my personal preference. But how the team is built, they're built to win now. They're a modern day offense. Spears and Pollard can both run. They can give you inside runs, outside runs. They both pass catch. So, he's going to have a safety blanket in those running backs in the flats, at all times. He's going to have Ronco, what's his name? Tight end, I forgot his name. Shucks. Not Okonwu. That's the it's Okonwu. I'm tripping. Who's Ronco is a pass rusher from Oklahoma a couple years ago. Yeah, Okonwu. Chidu. Can we say his name? Chigoziem Okonwu. That's his name. Okay. And I don't know who. Yeah, Ronco was a pass rusher from Oklahoma like 3-4 years ago. I don't know why I'm getting confused, but yeah, Okonwu, as I said earlier, I like a whole lot. Has shown flashes, has shown moments. He was a combine monster a couple years ago, and he's had that speed has been shown a couple times, but he needs the ball more. He needs to get more active, proactive in the offense. And I think in Brian Callahan's system, he will do just that. He won't be just a piece they have out there just running routes. He's going to be actually getting the ball, in my opinion, here. So, like I said, Will Levis, to me, is under a lot of pressure to perform right away. And I'm pretty sure, just thinking ahead, teams will probably look at the Titans roster once it's all filled out, once everything's done after the draft and stuff. They might have them as a dark horse playoff team because they're going to be good. As long as the quarterback is good, they should be good. Calvin Ridley, Hopkins, whatever Treylon Burks can give you. If Treylon Burks can come to form like they thought he could, you still have Calvin Ridley, you still have DeAndre Hopkins, and those are big boys. Hopkins isn't small, Ridley isn't small, and Burks definitely isn't small. So if those three guys, especially Burks, obviously Burks, if he can step up and get close to their level or get better than what he's been shown and be more consistent to pair with Ridley and pair with Hopkins, boy oh boy, the Titans are definitely in for a pretty good season as long as Will Levis shows up and plays. And you know how fast the NFL works. If he doesn't play, he'll be out next season. They'll try to trade him or get rid of him, cut him, whatever, and then they'll bring in a Shador Sanders or Drew Aller or somebody from next year's class. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. The pressure is on. It sucks because he doesn't really have time to develop, but that's how NFL works. it is what it is, you know, especially when you don't have your coach and your team that drafted you. You don't have any time to play. So year two will be, you know, dang near do or die for Will Levis. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how they fill their roster out the rest of the way in free agency and also the draft as well. But that's it for the video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time.